Hey everybody, it's review time again, and today I'm reviewing something a little bit different. These are smoke flares. They're still classed as fireworks. These are by Gemstone fireworks. I've got three here. I've got a blue one, I've got a yellow one, and a red one. It says the duration of them is 60 seconds. Let's have a look at the information on here. For outdoor use only, under wind speed less than 5 meters a second. To operate, remove plastic cover, pull the ring in an angle, place device stable on flat ground. So these are not handheld smokes, so you're meant to put these on the ground, but you have to pull a ring pull first. So you kind of have to hold them whilst you light them, I guess, and then put them on the ground. In the event the firework fails to function, wait 15 minutes, put the device into water. Storage, it says dry, so keep these dry basically. And destruction according to national recycling laws will give back to the manufacturer. These are category T1, so technically theatrical pyrotechnics, but they are for outdoor use only. The NEC, or net explosive content, is 36 grams. I assume that's the same on the red one, yeah, and the blue one, yeah, so they're all 36 grams. They last 60 seconds. And they have a minimum safety distance of 5 meters. So I've never used these before. I don't know what they're like. In fact, I've never actually used any sort of smoke flares. This is going to be a first for me. They're ring pull rather than with a fuse to light. So that's unusual as well. In terms of fireworks, you don't get fireworks with ring pulls, but you can get smoke grenades, smoke flares and things with ring pulls. I've never used one, so it'd be interesting to see. It's basically a friction device. You pull a ring pull and that will ignite the firework. In fact, let's try and take this cap off and have a little look. So in fact, there is the ring pull. There, and I guess we pull that and that creates friction here which ignites that fuse there and then sets the smoke off. So what am I looking for in these? Well, I guess let's see if they last 60 seconds, let's see how thick and dense the smoke is, let's see how coloured the smoke is and how vivid the colours are. So we've got a red, yellow, blue smoke flare from Gemstone Fireworks. Product code on them is UB49. Let's see how these perform. So what did I think of the UB49 smoke flares from Gemstone Fireworks? I was actually quite impressed with these. Their build is lasting for 60 seconds and all three of the ones I tested exceeded that. It is quite difficult to judge exactly where the end point of the smoke is, as the smoke tends to fizzle out rather than just suddenly stop towards the end. But all three were still emitting their respective smokes after well over 70 seconds. In fact, here you can see a few wisps of blue smoke still rising over 2 minutes after ignition. As for the smokes themselves, I was impressed with the distance the dense plumes of smoke were propelled out of each tube. I was also impressed with how long the smoke lingered in the air. Okay, so I filmed these on a really still day. You can see there's actually no movement of wind in the trees. If there had been a bit of a breeze, the smoke would have dissipated quicker. The smoke itself though was odourless and wasn't dirty, and so colours of the smoke were quite vivid and vibrant. Other things I noticed were just how quiet these were. Of course, at the end of the day they're just smoke, so I suppose really there wasn't going to be much noise to them anyway. But there is a certain elegance to the quiet, serene nature of these smoke effects. One thing to note though is that the tubes themselves do stay very hot to the touch for some considerable time afterwards, so these are certainly not for handheld use. As for the ring pull ignition, this was the first time I've used such an ignition device on a firework, and it worked well in all three instances. One of the downsides though to these ring pull igniters is that you're then left with a metal keyring and a small bit of sharp metal wire. I suspect the temptation for many users of these smoke flares would be to just discard these on the ground, which could present a hazard to children and wildlife, a bit like the old style detachable ring pulls you used to get on fizzy drinks cans did. So all I can say is just make sure you discard these ring pulls responsibly. Actually, I've repurposed the keyring parts of these ring pulls, minus the sharp wire, as actual keyrings for my keys. Happy days. Now, I only tested Gemstone's red, yellow and blue smokes. Their UB49 smoke flares are actually also available in pink, purple, white, orange and green. Okay, so let's look at the price. The RRP for a single Gemstone UB49 smoke flare is £7.99. But you can typically pick these up from stockists for around £6 each. Some stockists also offer special pricing for buying in bulk, further reducing the price per unit. At £6 though for an individual smoke flare, that's actually a fair price when you consider the duration of these smokes exceed the listed 60-second duration. And because there's a range of 8 different colours to choose from, these really would be ideally suited to a whole range of daytime outdoor activities. I am curious to try the remaining colours, but from the 3 I've tested, I have to say I was quite impressed. Thanks for watching and be sure to check out some more of my firework content and reviews.